It would help if I... You know what?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm leaving it
43. You're leading it in?
No, leaving
Have
that
at it. No, please, you go first.
I said leaving that in.
Leaving that in. Leading the leaving. 43. Welcome to Shootin the Shibby. Pre-recorded, but decided our year in review.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Words.
Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
And a happy new year.
So I remember when we first started the series. Turns out I didn't know anything about sports. I guess nothing's really changed in the sense of the series itself. But you guys asked me a certain question.
Series?
Se-
It's called podcast.
You have a series of podcasts. What are multiple things in a row?
Series, I agree with Spencer, Brian.
Okay.
Or a series of episodes of a podcast.
Team Spencer right now.
Thank you. No Team Spencer. Down with Team whatever the other Twilight. Yeah. But yes.
Yeah, and I love how with
we
this
learned
clip,
about the Russian football thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And I love how with this clip we were supposed to, or Brian wanted to do this as a series in the show where it was Ask Spencer a Sports Question.
You mean he wanted to do a podcast because it's not a series?
Oh, that's right. He wanted to do a podcast of questions where he asks you a sports question every single week, and it died after the first episode.
Well, there's our resolution for 2019. Let's bring it back. That one thing that nobody asked for. Here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Fumbleruski. Enjoy. Speaking of asking people things they aren't too familiar with, and seeing how well
we got to touch a lot of LSD
how
today.
well they know. Well, you got to watch a little bit of football today, so Spencer.
I did. Sports ball.
I have a sports ball football question for you.
It was Bill Henry, and he scored it in the touchdown in 5 minutes.
I thought so. Once every episode, I want to ask you a play in football and see how you can explain this to me the best you can. There's a play in football that was banned a while ago, but a lot of people like to bring it up every now and then. So, Spencer, to the best of your knowledge, what is a Fumbleruski?
A Fumbleruski. See, my pappy told me about that one back in the days.
He sat me down in his lap and he was like, Sonny, let me tell you about the Fumbleruski.
Give me old Fumbleruski.
After we were done playing funny elbow with each other.
It was previously called the Razzle Dazzle.
Mm-hmm. Go on. Correct.
And the way it works is you would... Actually, I mean, is it like when
So who starts the Fumbleruski?
the person holding the ball purposely fumbles the ball?
What's his position?
The ball catcher.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
He also goes after the snitch. So the Fumbleruski would fumble it and then yell at a Russian guy. That's the Ruski.
Question for you. What's a fumble?
Fumble is when you drop the ball,
Okay.
right? I'm not that...
So what you do normally. Go on. Set up for that one.
Add badoom sound effect.
A
or
rim
just
shot.
Use that one. A rim shot. I'll call it whatever I want. You call it a Fumbleruski, I'll call it badoom. I don't give a crap. So... After you're done yelling at the Russian, because that's your Ruski, you pick the ball back up.
Yes, the Russian.
And make the...
I forgot. Every football team has a certain Russian they have to yell at.
They used to have the designated Russian.
Yes, they did. They had the designated Russian that they had to yell at. That's why they got rid of it, because they ran out of Russians.
It's technically known as the Sportslav, but it's whatever.
Go on.
You're
Well, that was a little bit more inclusive, and the NFL wanted to have solely the Russian involved.
They didn't want to discriminate all the other
Did
countries.
I mention my grandpappy's breath stank of bourbon when he was telling me this?
No, so go on. So
he picks
the
the ball
QB
back.
guy, the ball holder,
The cutie ball holder.
drops the ball and yells at the Russian on his team. Go on. What else? What else happens?
And then picks the ball back up to go get the touch pass and win prom night for everybody.
Specifically prom night. It would be the homecoming night.
and then they made it into an 80s movie, and it ended with, "You're the best of all. Nothing's ever gonna keep it down."
You're the best around.
I'm the one telling you how the Ruski's done. Okay,
I understand that, but
this is my story.
You were right in everything except you got the song wrong.
So I was right about yelling at the Russians.
Yes,
how it works?
that's exactly how it happened.
So,
but
Brian,
then the reason why
Russian ball catcher?
The reason why they had to get rid
no,
of
it's
it.
a Russian ball pitcher.
The reason why they got rid of it back in the 80s. Or no, sorry, before the 80s was because of the Cold
LSD.
War.
Oh, wait, real? God damn it. I will say, that was an extremely convincing look that you
You made up your own bullshit, and then I just wanted to add on to it, and then you believed it. How do you fuck that up?
That's the Fumblerooski for you.
You dropped the ball. You did it. Now yell at a Russian. You're almost there.
No, I'm guessing a Fumblerooski is when you purposely drop the ball to fumble, and then you you kind of pass it to somebody by fumbling, and they pick it back up because it's still a fumbled ball, it's a live ball, and they take it and go.
Yes, essentially that is it.
I can use my context clues.
It is when a ball.
I got this stuff.
It is when the ball carrier purposely fumbles the ball, save like somebody's going to come tackle them. And say Bob and I are both running with the ball, and then I purposely fumble it because you're coming to tackle me. You tackle me, and then I'm like, oh, whoops, and then Bob takes it and runs it in.
God damn it, Bob.
You can't do that.
So this next... Wasn't that a great clip, everybody?
Oh yeah, they listened to that.
Yeah.
We didn't.
I was just like, I just stopped the last one and started this one.
Fighting the Fuzzies at 11.
So this next story was about how I got my first phone ever, and my mom wanted me to get everyone's phone number and names in there. And my brother Mike.
Why don't you just tell the story that they're about to listen to?
My brother Mike had some fun with it.
Also off of episode 1, by the way. The OG episode, which is why our audio sounds like balls right now.
Speaking of balls, we learned the name of the name in the phone. Yes, the name of the name in the phone, which you'll have to listen to. Coming up now.
And also, Bob got grounded because of a squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that suck? Ain't that interesting? Somebody say something.
How about that content?
Play
Help.
the clip, damn it.
Roll the clip.
Bye.
Fun fact, you're still in my phone as Spencer McAwesome Pants.
OG original.
You changed that in like college one day, and you're just like, I'm Spencer McAwesome Pants.
Fun fact: when speaking of changing names on your phones, when I got my first phone, I was 12 years old, and it was a flip phone. That it was like a promotion Verizon was doing. It was like buy one get one free. Mm-hmm. So my mom got a new phone, and then she was like, "Oh, we got you a phone as well," because I was starting to do sports. So like I needed a phone to call them to come pick me up.
You need to call sports. Sports, come here.
1-800-SPORTS-BALL.
So my mom was like, "All right, this is your phone," and I was like, "What? Oh my god!" So I could do whatever with it. And the first thing I did was get all of my family's names and numbers in there. And my brother Sean wasn't home, but my brother Mike was. So I go, "Hey, Mike, can you put in your name and number in my phone?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." Takes my phone, types in the name, my left nut. And then gives it back to me. And because then I didn't look at it. So he puts in my left nut and then like exits out of the contacts. He's like, "All right, here you go." 12-year-old me comes back downstairs and my mom's like, "Oh, did you get everyone?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go to my contacts and it's like mom, dad, like Shauna, home, my left nut. And my mom looks at you, she goes, "Oh, what the? Michael!"
Oh, Mike's a champ. That's fantastic.
I think he got grounded because of it.
Worth it. Worth the jail time,
Mike.
Worth it.
Fucking hysterical.
Speaking of getting grounded, have I ever told you guys about the time I got grounded because of squirrels?
Yes.
Do proceed.
So,
Proceed, but yes, I have heard this story.
So I was grounded because a squirrel got into my house. It was around Christmas time. I was like 12 or 13. And my parents let me stay home alone for the first time ever. And for Christmas, my dad's a big fan of like having like the walnuts and that kind of stuff.
Did you whip out your crystals?
Had to charge up somehow. No, so my parents left me home alone, and we had these walnuts and like cashews and things like that on our table in a little pan.
Right.
Well, I'm upstairs, playing video games or watching TV or something like that, and I come home and watching TV downstairs, or go downstairs watching TV down there. My parents come home, and there are nuts shells all over the table. There's a flower pot knocked over, and she's blaming me, and I'm saying I don't know how this happened. And she's like, "All right, you're 12. You're clearly lying to me because there's shit knocked over and there's stuff all over the table and everything like that. You're grounded."
You rebel.
Fast forward a week later, I was grounded for like 2 weeks. No video games, no nothing.
It
was
worst,
bad.
man.
It was bad because this was literally the first time I was home alone.
Bob
ever.
goes upstairs crying into his pillow, just listening to "Where's My Mind" by the Pixies.
Feet on the air and your head on the ground.
So fast forward a week later, my whole family's home. We're sitting on on the couch watching TV and whatnot. And the way my house is set up is it's kind of a straight line. You have the living room, dining room, kitchen. And off the side of the dining room is the stairs to come up from the basement. Well, we left the basement door open because why not? And we sit there. My dad sees a squirrel come up from the basement, hop up on the table, grab a nut, and start eating.
Okay.
My dad's sitting there. He goes, "You guys see this?" So he gets up, chases the squirrel around the living room or the dining room there.
Fantastic.
Knocks over the exact
Put the
same
Benny
goddamn
Hill-
plant that was knocked over. Left shells and everything. Runs downstairs. My dad chases it downstairs. So now my dad is in the basement. It's a very small basement. So he gets in and he just hears
Like scuttles.
like scuttle noises.
Don't fucking look at me.
And he's looking around. he's looking around. And next, have you ever seen the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Probably.
When the cat jumps out of the Christmas tree right on his face. That's what happened with the squirrel.
That is
Fantastic.
magical.
Jumped off the top of our air conditioning duct onto his head and then out the basement window.
The only thing that would make the story better if you had the Benny Hill theme and slapstick noises to be like and stuff like that would be fantastic.
Fast forward a few weeks later now. I have
Did you get the squirrel out?
it ran away. Fast forward a few weeks later. It's now, beginning of January. Maybe first couple of weeks of January.
Year 2 of my grounding.
And as soon as my mom saw that, she's like, "All right, yeah, you were telling the truth. It was literally no one. It was
I ain't
a squirrel."
liar. I'm a truther.
So a few weeks later, we're having my birthday party, and my mom makes fudge and a ice cream cake for me. But she says, "Okay, it's going to be in its little case and like protective coating and whatnot. We'll leave it outside on the deck to cool off or to keep cool because it's January."
Yeah, cool off that hot ice cream.
To thaw it out at least.
Yeah.
So they go outside on the deck, and there's a hole in my cake.
Bob, what were you doing with the cake?
And
Just trying to charge my crystals.
Nothing. Zip.
it's like apple pie, I've heard.
Now
So
that's got to cool off.
they see, footprints and half the cake eaten,
Right.
and then little paw prints into the fudge, some of the fudge eaten, and then more footprints in the other fudge, and then tracks leading to where a squirrel is sitting on her deck, staring at the house like, what? What are you going to do about it?
You fucking what, mate?
My dad yells for me and tells me to grab the wrist rocket.
Oh.
He had
Oh, we are going for blood.
a slingshot
Oh, yeah.
and a sweet potato.
I'm sorry, how big was the slingshot that it could sling a sweet potato?
It had an arm brace.
That's a big slingshot.
It was huge.
That's a big
Why a
slingshot.
sweet potato?
It was literally laying
Because
by
they're
the
way
door.
healthier than normal potatoes.
And it was also
I
around
forgot the usual things before you go outside: the keys, wallet, phone, and sweet potato.
I mean, clearly. But this is the back door.
As an
So it's like the
Irishman,
little
I
back
expected
area.
More from you.
That is true. Well, it should be just a regular potato, not a sweet potato.
Regular
for him.
potato.
This is
Come on.
true. Hold the fungus, yeah.
Yes. So my dad sees the squirrel run away. He grabs the wrist rocket and he watches it climb up a tree. Now in my backyard backs up to a creek. So
Can I
sees
just
this-
say also, so your dad's thought process to get the squirrel to stop eating food from your house was to shoot more food at it?
Oh no, he was out for blood. He was going to kill this
No,
thing.
but-
I understand,
but-
but he also shot food at it.
It was either get the
And
wrist
speaking
rocket
of-
or go upstairs and get the
speaking of-
shotgun.
speaking
Your
of
A
call.
shotgun would have been better, in my
In the
opinion.
shitty movies, this is starting to sound like one that I know pretty well.
So he climbs
Shout
up,
out the food fight.
and the squirrel is up on the arm of the tree.
It's a squirrel voiced by Wayne Brady.
Where it started crying poop
Go.
out of its eyes.
Go on, Bob.
Dad pulls back the wrist rocket, fires, nails the thing out of the tree. Squirrel falls out of the tree.
Wow.
Out of the tree, falls down into the creek, which it's winter, so the creek is completely dry and empty, and it's also a concrete creek. So you just hear thud.
Ooh.
That thing's dead.
Ooh.
We hadn't gotten fucked with squirrels ever since. We left that squirrel community a message saying, "Don't fuck with us."
Headshot.
You later find out Bob's dad put it on like Vlad the Impaler, stuck it out in the backyard, left a little sign in squirrel language, "Beware."
Fun fact: we also had squirrels getting into our like eaves and like soffitting of the house.
Right.
So we took carpet tacks and then duct tape or nailed them into a piece of wood, and then taped that piece of wood to our downspout because he saw the squirrels were getting on the downspout and getting on.
Yeah.
So we taped it up on there. We're going, we're watching. We hear the squirrels like skittering around on the top of our deck. See it jump up and fling off. Literally
Really?
jumped off the side of the house because it stepped on the carpet
Tell
tack.
you, man, you need that soundboard. Spoiling.
So squirrels are my family's mortal enemies. They've gotten me grounded, but we are winning the war.
See, I never got.
So did your parents ever apologize?
Oh yeah, my mom's like, "Oh hey, sorry about that." I think they got me like a Lego set or something like that as their apology. I'm like, "Shit, I'll take it."
Oh, materialism. Neat.
Sorry for having no faith in you. Here's material possessions. You're the best.
Proud of you.
Just kidding. I love you, Giaquinto family.
Well, wasn't that a great clip, everybody?
Sure was. This next one's
Fantastic.
called Magic. I don't know why it's called Magic.
Why is it called magic?
My penis.
So we're pushed up against a barrier. We get there at 7 a.m. The parade doesn't start until 11, and we were towards the end of the parade route. So the parade itself didn't really get to where we were until about 1 o'clock.
Really? That's a long parade.
It's a long parade. It was about 13 miles, I think, and it got to us
God
around 1
damn.
o'clock. So around 12:30 or so, I'm sitting there and I had to pee, like bad. I walk around to the building and it was packed. Like 3 million people were estimated to be have been at this parade. They had, I think, the ratio of people to bathrooms was about 1,000 to 1. So
So public urination was kind of socially acceptable for that day.
yes.
Gotcha.
So I was looking for a bathroom. I go to an office building. He said you have to work here to use our bathroom. I
makes
said,
sense.
"Hey, can you hire me?" He said, "No."
It
didn't.
Did he at least smile?
No. I literally
No.
It was awful. So I walked
Did you give him
past.
the finger guns?
I did.
Hire me.
Walk past this alleyway. I go to a Starbucks. Line out the door for the bathroom. I go to a cheesesteak place because Philly. Again, line out the bathroom. So I'm like, this is my last opportunity. I'm just going to use this alleyway because I'm walking down. There's a loading dock on my left and a pile of debris in a corner to my right. Everyone's going over to that pile, to the loading dock. There's literally a line behind trucks. I even watched a guy drop trowel and take a dump in a loading dock.
There's lines to publicly urinate.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
That
just
is wow.
It was the most Philadelphia thing I've ever seen. It was orderly and disorderly at the
Someone
exact
took a
same
shit
time.
and was someone else like, "Hey, you gonna eat that?"
Ooh, fresh.
Oh, even
Philly fresh.
still steamy.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait in line. I gotta pee and I'm about to piss myself. So I go off into this little corner here, and there's debris and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just letting it fly. And next thing I hear in the background, "Trust the process." Hey, Joel Embiid walks by. Now, for those of you who don't know, Joel Embiid is one of the star players on the 76ers. His
Basketball team.
That part I got. Thank you.
His nickname is The Process because the Sixers were tanking for a few years and finally got this, the string of first overall picks.
Right.
He was one of the first. So his nickname is Process or is The Process.
Respect
Everyone
the
says,
process.
trust the process, follow the process. Joel Embiid is his name, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sitting there, I'm taking a leak, and I just hear, "Trust the process, Joel. Hey, Embiid, Joel." I turn around, penis still in my hand, still peeing. Joel Embiid is probably from me to you at this point, just walking down the alleyway. We lock eyes, and I go back to taking a piss.
Oh man, did you say hi at least?
I was too dumbfounded because literally I turn and
That was
peeing.
like prime time. Like, hey, how's it hanging?
My dick is literally in my hand, taking a piss, and him and I lock eyes. So I go back to the parade route and everything. I tell my brother this story. And the next day, this was Thursday, the next day I go to a Sixers game for the first time. Embiid had one of the games of his life, almost had a triple-double, which is three
My favorite meal at McDonald's.
Yes, three categories, double digits. He had 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists or something along those, something astronomical.
Wow.
and it was one of the best games of his career.
And it was all because of your
All
penis.
because he saw my penis. Fast forward to this past Sunday, Brian and I were in a matchup against each other in fantasy hockey. I came back and I beat him.
Fucking
Did you
destroyed
show
me.
your penis?
No, but I saw my own penis, so therefore, whoever sees the penis
Whoever
gets the power.
sees Bob's penis gets the power of winning.
It's like gold member. You just drop shroud. It's just glowing.
Literal gold member.
I was beating Bob, I think, by like 12 points, and then he like turned it around on me. It just fucking destroyed me in fantasy hockey.
Well,
So I apparently have a magical penis.
ladies, he's single, I think, right?
Oh, I'm incredibly single.
Incredibly single. Can't imagine why. You're a classy broad.
See, what I
Hey, man,
what I-
I'm taking a piss in
would've
an
made it-
alleyway in Center
What would have made it
City.
so much better is that you're sitting there peeing, you lock eyes with the player, and he just looks back at you, looks down at your dick, looks back at you, and just goes, "It's bigger," and just keeps walking.
I mean, I wouldn't be
That would have
surprised.
been great.
That or just like, nice. Just something like that. That's I mean, like I know you would never
Props.
wear a GoPro while you're urinating for obvious reasons, but I really wish somehow you had that on camera. Like I just wish.
That would have been amazing.
Oh, it would have been so good. That's one of those stories that it's like it's hard to believe. I trust you because I know you and you wouldn't lie. And I mean I know I don't have the imagination to come up with anything like that.
It's one of those things
Mostly 'cause
where
I don't know
it's
who he
too
is.
absurd to be fake.
Right.
Because that doesn't, like, only something like that would happen to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like that don't happen, and it was the most Philly thing ever. It had to happen. It had to be.
You know, I imagine he's walking through the leaves in his head. He's just like, "This stays fucking crazy." He looks over at you, just sees you fucking peeing in the alleyway. He's like, "I gotta get traded."
I thought
I
the
don't trust the
76ers was
process anymore.
California, which I'm guessing it's Philly. But I kind of thought the 76ers was California.
You're
Think of the Lakers.
thinking of the Lakers, but also the Golden State Warriors. Previously, they were the Philadelphia Warriors before they moved out to California. So you're technically
Oh,
right.
that's what went through my head.
That's not what's going on.
Totally
That's
went
not
through
exactly
it.
what happened.
Absolutely.
I forgot they were called the Philadelphia Warriors.
Yep, they were the Warriors, and then
I
they got
forgot
the 76ers, who came from another city, I think New York or something like that.
Man, I learned so much about Bob's dick that day.
See, we're doing pre-recorded stuff, and yet Bob is still being interrupted.
We're supposed to act like we just listened to it. You cuck.
But why?
But what?
See, I wasn't even gonna go.
I was
for it
going
like that.
for. See, I was going for more for like the house in the early seasons of South Park. They had the wow, what a great episode! Like where it's obvious that they're being satire on the fact that they didn't actually watch it.
See, I was going more on like DJ kind of thing, where it's like you don't look back, but you only look ahead.
This next one's about ice cream
And
Once you-
Smash Mouth.
and
ISIS.
Smash Mouth. Smash your mouth with some ice cream. You should listen to this next one.
Okay, so a lovely friend of ours posted that she now works at an ice cream brand and shared a video of Joe Biden eating ice cream. Apparently, she's a very big fan of Joe Biden,
Another story, and you both are dicks.
and I guess her
Again, that's me.
heart outweighed her brain with this one. So I comment on it because she wants to send Joe Biden ice cream. I say, I have his winter home address. Keep in mind, we live in New Jersey. Joe Biden lives in Delaware. And I said, I have his winter home address, and I gave her ours, which is in Keysby, New Jersey, of all places. Very famous place. And she said, how do you have that, LOL? And I said, I'm a history person. I know things. So I thought we all knew this was a joke. Vice President, whatever.
Social studies.
So
Socialism.
she messaged me on Facebook
Nazis.
asking if that's really his
Did
address,
not
and
see
I'm
that
still
coming.
thinking it's a joke because she says LOL. So I'm like, yeah, good luck. Next thing we know, we get a package in the mail. It's addressed to Mr. Vice President Joe Biden
That is such dick.
at our home address.
She was so awesome. She was so happy.
She was.
Oh my god.
And it says,
How do you live with yourself?
I have the letter.
Are you gonna go get ice cream to
It
eat? Like, is
says-
that what you're about to do right now?
It says, Dear Vice President Biden, it is an absolute honor to be crafting this note to you. I am the partnerships coordinator at this company, a healthy snack and ice cream brand. I know you're a big fan of ice cream, and everyone at my company is a big fan of you. That being said, here is some ice cream for you and your family to try. Thank you for our service to our country, and I hope you join
Funny,
our
man.
team.
That's so authentic. That's so mean.
Hilarious.
That's so mean. Come on.
The best part about it is that she crafted the note.
It's a
And
hand
sent us
Is there
14
macaroni
pints
on
of
it?
ice cream.
How is the ice cream, by the way?
It was good.
It's
I had
alright.
the cheesecake one. It was good.
The cheesecake one was the best so far.
Pretty good in a milkshake.
Yeah, and then
Bring
milkshake.
all the boys to the
I
yards.
saw Corinne
Yeah.
needs to booze it up.
Yeah.
So make a milkshake.
Probably should booze it
Or
up.
like some Kahlua or something in it.
Oh.
I know, man.
We're probably hitting the time where it's time to.
We are recording on a bar. Just saying.
We
I
are.
love alcohol.
We're probably getting to.
My
Aretha's
name's
Tavern.
Diana, and I love alcohol.
We're
It's
probably.
It's Aretha's Tavern.
Hi, Teresa.
I still have. I stole that.
Is that from the Bronx?
Oh, that is 100%
I
from
thought
the
it looked
Bronx.
familiar. I'm like,
No, I went out and fucking bought a Respect Aretha Franklin poster. Yeah,
There you
from
go,
the
Ryder.
Bronx.
What
There you
did-
go, Ryder. Public safety. You know where he lives, and you know he stole your stuff. Now come get him.
Yeah, John Moses, come get your poster back. I told him about it.
he probably is like, good, you took that off my hand.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
One
said.
hand's trash.
So, I feel like we've gotten to that time where we need to go with our what we
Yes,
learned
I tried
segment.
to segue too.
Oh, you didn't want to hear about Smash Mouth?
Hey man, you,
Actually, we should probably hear that story
Hey,
about
now.
Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth.
Smash Moth?
smash
Smarsh Marsh.
I actually know the story, and it's pretty good.
So a couple months ago, in August,
Hey, now there's a blinking light. Smash moth.
in August of
Gonna touch it. Oh, zap.
Dead now. Guess I'll go to Moth Heaven. Yay!
That number platinum.
All those
quadruple
dead bugs are
platinum.
in my.
In fact,
So I was on a
that's
business
straight
trip.
titanium.
I was on a business trip in August in Grand Junction, Colorado, like really random town. And
I want to sit like a slot player. Go.
there you go. So I went to a Sugar Ray concert months before that, and I thought
God,
the bassist,
how many people had frosted tips with visors and no top on them?
Mark McGrath, and that was it.
That's fantastic.
He's
Did they all
stuck in
show
the
up in their 1990s yellow Jeep Wranglers
Pretty-
with the tank top on and the?
It was a mix. No, it was a concert
Watching
from the Golden
Madagascar in their
Nugget.
fucking jeeps.
No, it was
Were they all named Chad?
actually worse. It was a concert at the Golden Nugget.
I went to slot machine.
So a lot of it was like old people who didn't know who they were but got free tickets and went to the show. So I thought the bassist was really hot. Come to find out, he's a traveling bassist. Like he's not an original member. So I add him on Instagram directly after the show. I'm like, wait for
we
it.
going for the rub, tap, tap?
Wait for it.
Dan, I was looking for that rub tap tap.
No, I wasn't. He was. I had work the next day.
Responsible Diana. Shout out if her work is listening. Well, look at that. You got
She's a
dedicated.
strong
They
independent
know.
black
Oh, they know
woman.
the story. So
I have no
I thought he
doubt
was
that
so
they do.
hot. I added him on Instagram. It was an immediate it wasn't even a follow. He requested me before he accepted my follow request. So I was like, oh, okay.
That's how you know, ladies and
It's
gents,
serious, yeah.
and everything
So,
in between.
a couple of months go by, I'm in Grand Junction, Colorado, and he posts this meme and he tags it Grand Junction, Colorado, and I'm like, what the hell are the odds? So I pull out my flirtiness and I'm like, oh.
Hi.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll pull out my flirtiness. I blow people in Grand Junction, Colorado.
yeah, right?
I love Grand Funk
I'm a
Railroad.
musician whore. No, so I wrote, LOL, I'm here on a business trip, and then I put the crying emoji face, like the haha crying, like laughter emoji.
Oh my God, life's so hard. We have to be a businesswoman.
I get a message back not even 2 seconds later. I'm
Dick
playing
pic.
with Smash Mouth. You should come. So I was like,
Now, hey now.
Question. Wait. Question for the story. How did he spell the word come?
COME.
Fucking wasted
pants on
effort.
my
Oh, he
So I was
friend-zoned
like,
you.
all right. So I text my boss and I'm like, because she knew about him. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. And she's like, what are you wearing? Like it said, my boss was like, no, don't
Nothing.
go. She
Your
was
boss
like,
was like, "This is my moment. I'm actually
she's
trying
like,
to
what
get
are
you
you
over to
wearing?
the dark
Oh
side."
my God. Like, so I go. My name is on the list of a Smash Mouth concert. I get
that's
up to the front of
That's
the
a goal
stage.
right there.
But I noticed like people are buying the band member shots, and I was like, well, I should buy him a shot. He got me into this concert, so I go and I walk a tequila shot up to the stage in wedge heels at a Smash Mouth concert, surrounded by
Props.
emo kids, and like literally like so whatever. He takes it. After the show, I try to like find the bus out back. I'm like, whatever, this is too much effort. I'm going back to my hotel. It's 5 minutes away. I get back to the hotel, I get a message like, hey, are you still here? Kind of wanted to see you. And I was like, all right. I was like, give me like 10 minutes. So I get back there,
Out comes
meet him at the
lingerie.
bus.
Oh.
We go out. I actually had drinks with Smash Mouth, except the singer, because he wasn't.
Oh,
too
what's
high
the
maintenance.
point?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
chin strap?
No. Too high maintenance. I know, right? A guy
That's
came
a
dressed
living meme.
as
They're not
Shrek
even
to
a
the
band anymore. It's
concert,
just a
by
living
the way.
Did you ever see like the Twitter fight between the Oakland A's?
No,
And
let
Smash
Diana. I
Mouth?
want to
All
hear
right, let
about
Diana
how-
finish.
I want to hear about
So-
Diana's tap rub, whatever.
So I need to like whatever.
There you go, rub tap tap.
They had the band bus, but then he had like suites they were staying
What
in
kind
for
of
the
bus?
night. The band.
Oh, band bus.
The
not
tour
ba-
bus.
Yeah, that bus.
It's a
So,
bad
but they
bus.
also
Rub, tap,
like
tap.
the theater gave them suites like down the block, and the town it wasn't a bad town, the downtown area, but like there were some weird people. So I said, I had my rental car, so I was like, let me drive you back to the hotel. Like I would feel really bad if you were walking back and like something happened to you.
You drove the traveling bassist of Smash Mouth to his hotel.
Yes, and then like, but here's the thing: the whole night, and I
the bar
dated a
story.
musician before. I dated a musician, and I knew it's a lot of, oh, did you guys hear that? Blah blah blah. The floopity floop in that one song goes.
Fucking hate floopity floop.
Like, and that's what it was.
Much
And
more
I'm
of a
sitting there,
wizardy
and I'm
wap
like, I am so happy I am no longer dating a musician. Shadowplay, you might know them. So.
No,
No, you don't. No. Leave that in there. Leave that shit in there. Leave that shit in there.
Well, there goes all our
so-
Shadowplay fans.
So
Yeah, all
Diana
two of
just
them.
All
Napoleon,
2 of their fans.
Diana just Napoleoned our podcast.
But wait,
apparently.
Dana, you're not dating him anymore, so now it's only one
funny because
fan.
I'm short.
Are you French?
No, I'm all Italian.
You sure?
I'm the neighbors. So anyway, I'm not having a miserable time at the bar, but it could be more fun. But they're all into they're like in the Def Leppard album, and I like Def Leppard, but they're like the Def Leppard,
pour
blah
some
blah
sugar
blah
in
blah.
me.
So I'm like, whatever, I can't wait. So I drive him back. I have no inkling that this is gonna go anywhere. I'm just like, let me get back in my hotel room. So I'm like, oh, it was fun hanging out with you, whatever. He takes me, he goes to hug me goodnight, and he just starts making out with me like full force. And I'm like, this is a lot different than when I pictured it in the audience of the show.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Like, hashtag not a
wait,
I
fit.
used to listen
I
to you
want
when I
you-
was 7.
I want you to roll back and tell yourself, this isn't how I pictured making out with the guitarist from Smash
Bassist.
Mouth.
Bassist.
He's
Bassist
Australian,
from
by
Smash
the way.
Mouth.
Gorgeous.
No,
gorgeous
just
accent.
think about
Outback
it. Think about it in your head.
Steakhouse. Even
How did you imagine making out with the bassist from Smash Mouth?
I didn't imagine him just going at it and like kind of awkwardly fondling my right boob and then sticking his hand down my ass. I didn't picture it that way.
So he just
it was
went-
very clumsy.
So he just went for one scoop of the booty
it
flakes.
was just like, and I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Does your ass actually make a hip lip
Rub,
sound?
tap, tap.
Yeah. It didn't. And I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, I just want this. Can this be
And at
over?
this point, I
Can
thought,
this be
something's
over?
wrong.
Like this. So then he's
All
like,
the glitter wasn't gold.
yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit.
So then he's like, I think we should, but in a much hotter Australian accent. And he's like, I think we should take this back to my room. And I was like, nah, I have work tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, so like whatever. I go back to my hotel,
think-
and then he messages
Gonna throw
me.
some shrimp on
He's
your
like,
barbie.
Did you get back home okay? I want to see you again. When are you gonna be in LA? Like, I want to see you. I want to see you. And I was like, just responding, whatever. Have a safe trip, whatever. And the whole night he was saying he wanted to see me again, even though I
Tell
was
him
like,
you see him in the
weird.
back streets.
Do you know? A week later, he unfollows me on Instagram.
Ooh.
And I had no interaction
middle
with him
school
since.
relationship's over.
So I was just like, all right, not my loss.
We just want to leave this town.
Wait, do you want to see a picture? I don't know how old
Smash
he is.
Mouth's new song comes out. I
I-
hate this
You
town.
made the right choice because there was
I
a
know,
pinnacle
I did.
moment where this could have turned into a Harvey Weinstein, and you made the right choice, so it didn't. So proud of you.
Yeah, I have standards.
Cool.
You go in. He
Apparently, the basis of really popular children's music is not one of them. I call Smash Mouth children's music. I don't care. They
walks-
sold out to Disney.
I just want to imagine you walk into the room the same time as him,
Yeah,
but as
that's
soon as
what's that comedian?
Russell Brand. Everyone
Russell
says
Brand.
that. Everyone
Yeah.
says that.
She made
Yeah,
out with
Russell
Australian Brand. Or no.
He had
is he
his
Australian?
voice alone,
No,
though.
he's English.
his voice alone was a
One's
panty
England,
dropper.
the other's the jail of England. They're all the same. Here you go.
But it's a fun story to tell at parties.
That's
so-
for sure. This one time it made traveling
And it was
basis
nice to be on the guest list of a show.
I made out with
band that
Smash Mouth.
actually matters.
Tomorrow's gonna
Which one?
hurt.
The whole band.
Da-na-na.
He tried to smash mouth. What can he say?
I said that. Yeah, he tried to smash my mouth, and I said, nah, I have work tomorrow.
Brain freezes are cool.
I still can't believe that happened with Smash Mouth. In my swamp?
I just imagine Joe Biden now with some ice cream. He's like, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
Anywho, I certain got a little mix up about our funny little Tweety bird that we have around here.
This next story will knock your head off, and they'll have to specifically point that out because Spencer needs full context on whether the head and the body are together.
Find
when
out why
just
you
say
should be
body.
specific on episode 10
I
right
wake up this
now.
morning. I go downstairs because I'm working from home today. I go right to the couch. I'm doing my work or whatever, and my cat is like annoying me. So I'm like, all right, I should probably go feed my cat. I get up, and that's when I kind of start like taking a notice of like the room around me. My whole downstairs floor is covered in feathers. Same color as my bird. I immediately think, oh fuck, this cat just ate my bird. My cat ate my bird is what I'm thinking. I go upstairs. Top part of the cage is open. Like the very top part. My heart sinks. She loves this bird with all her heart. The king got open. There's feathers all on the floor of the cage here. There's feathers all over the floor down here. I'm like, oh my God, this bird's dead. I lock the cat in the bathroom. I turn this apartment upside down, looking for this bird, like trying to find if I can see like the carcass, the body, whatever I can find.
Right, something
to tell me like, is this bird dead? Is it alive? Or has this cat downed it? And I'm like, I can't find it. So I text her like, hey, call me ASAP. She calls me. She's like, whoa, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, I start crying at this point because I'm like, this bird's dead.
Sarah McLachlan started in the background.
She's not going to take this well. And I'm just like, babe, I'm so sorry. I can't find the bird. He's dead. Like the cat. I think the cat got him. There's feathers everywhere. And she's like trying to calm me down, but it's like clearly like she's upset too. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm crying at this point. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm running around this apartment. I can't find them. I start playing like the bird sounds, and because we found like a YouTube
That'll
video
calm me down.
Of like bird sounds to try to get, because he chirps back, either because he either likes them or hates them. Either way, it gets a reaction out of him.
That's what I said. He was playing the bird noises, and like, what are those birds are like telling him to fuck off in bird language? Like, motherfucker, come over here, I'll kick your ass.
You suck.
Hey, yo!
You suck dick.
You think you're so good because you live inside?
So I'm playing.
Remember your roots.
I'm running up and down, but when the cat was out, when I was looking for him, the cat kept coming by the bar. So I'm like, all right, it's probably where she ate him. I check this bar. I flip over everything. I'm like, I can't find this fucking bird. I think it got to like 3 o'clock was when I finally just gave up, and I was like, this bird's dead. This bird's fucking dead. And like, I'm texting people. Glenn's looking on Google, and apparently it's like house cats will play with the dead body because that's just what they do. But outside cats, or like feral cats on their own, will eat the entire bird. Evie started out as an outside cat on her own. So I'm like, went back to her roots, just fucking down this bird.
Do they prefer fried or grilled? He messages me. He's just like, I think my cat killed the bird. I'm like, wait, are you serious? I at first I thought this was like some gag for the I already think cats are bloodthirsty fuckers. It's not gonna change.
I'm more covering my own ass at this point.
I really wish you could keep that in. I really wish you could talk to her so you can keep that in. Because I want to talk about this now. You sent me messages, and then I told Eric that the bird was decapitated because you sent me.
CNN over here fucking tells Eric that the bird got decapitated because I told him I'm looking for the body, and he thinks just the body, not the head. Because you know, in any fucking crime TV show where they're like, let's go to the body, do they have to specify the body and the head together, or do they just say the body? They say just the body, not the body and head.
I don't think the body's over here. The head landed 50 feet that way.
Like, they would specify, like, hey, we're going to go to the body. By the way, he was decapitated. Like, that's something else you add to it.
But you said the cat got to it, so I doubt the cat would just poke it in the jugular and leave it alone. Like, I would think the cat... Yeah, exactly.
No, it ate the entire thing.
So, well, I didn't know that about feral cats. I know that cats love to kill just for the fun of killing.
Which also, a lot of people said, how the fuck did this bird get killed by a 3-legged cat? Which, true. For anyone who doesn't know, my cat has 3 legs.
That's why she's Dickhead Stumpy, DHS.
Yeah, DHS. So
you can follow her on Instagram, too.
You can follow her on Instagram,
really?
Evie Kelly.
Ew.
The people...
I'm a follower.
The people who I got the cat from said, can you just make an Instagram for us? I don't publicize it. It's strictly just pictures so that the people who used to have the cat can see pictures.
What's the name again so I can shitpost on it?
Never. I will privatize it.
Oh, no.
I will privatize it so that you can't even... I'll block you from that account.
You got blocked by DHS. How does it make you feel?
By me on the DHS
no,
account.
I got blocked by a cat, which I hate. Ah, dang it.
and see this cat's
Whatever
fucking
will I
looking.
do?
Hey, fucker!
For the record, the cat is staring at the bird in the cage with devious eyes. With
So-
DHS eyes.
So yeah, I'm thinking this bird's fucking dead, and I'm freaking out. And then Spencer says like, "Oh, I'm gonna be here at like 6:20." It just hits 6 o'clock. I'm playing like Mario Odyssey. The cat walks over back towards the bar, and I'm just like revisiting the scene of the crime, probably. And that's when I hear loud ass squawking, and I'm just like, "The fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute! I know that sound! Holy shit, he's alive!" So I run over to the bar, and that scares Evie. Evie goes to like the stairs here, and I start. You can see all the alcohol's on the ground. I start pulling out a bunch of the alcohol. The bird is fucking. Thank you. The bird's behind the alcohol on like the top shelf, where I didn't even think to look because I didn't know how the fuck he got back there. And as soon as I pull it back, he flies away. I scream, "Evie, get the fuck upstairs," which scares the cat. She runs upstairs. I go and close the door. He flies away. He's like sitting among my amiibos over there. And I go back and look. There's like bird shit, like just like a little area of just bird shit there. So he's been sitting there
He
all
was
morning.
scared shitless.
Yeah, he was scared shitless. Where he just
Dude,
shit himself. And that she was like, "I saw him this morning." She was
turn your phone off.
Fuck you. So she was like, "I saw him this morning. I knew he was alive then." I'm like, "Fuck, it happened while I was sleeping." So yeah, I had a fucking eventful morning
I come over.
of searching.
I come
for
over
this
before I
bird.
come into the basement. All I heard is, "Don't open the door!" I'm like, "What? Don't open the door!" Don't open the door. And so I'm like, "Wait, why?" He's like, "The bird's alive." I'm like, "How is the bird?"
Congratulations.
No.
Like,
Well,
okay.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, this bird was that he couldn't find the body. It's not decapitated, is it? And so I said,
He's confusing himself with something he made up on his
might
own.
have sort of told Eric, because him and I talk about everything. And so I just texted Eric after telling him the decapitated bird, like, the bird's alive. And he
The
called
chicken
me.
whoat a head.
It's just Ozzy Osbourne did, just running around on stage.
Because at the same time when I was telling our friend Jess Beltran, who I got the cat from, that like, there's feathers everywhere, and I'm also concerned. I'm like, if this cat ate this bird whole, like, is the cat gonna be okay, or do I have to bring her in that like endorse vomiting to get like the bones and shit out? She's like, "No, the cat will be fine." She's like, "But there's no blood anywhere?" I'm like, "No, I couldn't find any blood. I just found feathers all over the floor here, under his cage, and then like randomly throughout the apartment." But I was like, "I can't find blood anywhere, and I can't find a body." So she's like, "All right."
Did it hit the floor?
She's like, if there's no way you can find this body, then she probably ate him whole. Which is what
I
I'm thinking,
I
like-
could totally see. I mean, I know you were probably texting her, but I could totally see Jess just saying that completely like normal, like just, "Oh yeah, she probably just ate her."
Oh no, because she also was texting me like, "Yeah," and if that.
Well, that's the kind of stuff she sees on a daily basis, though.
She was also just like, "Yeah." Also, the cat attack probably killed it because their hearts can't take much, so any like amount of stress, they'll just keel over and die. She's like, "So if anything, that's probably how." She's like, "It's probably how Evie got him."
It's like the dead parrot sketch from Monty
Because
Python.
a cat attack would have scared it to death. Because their hearts can't take much. They're tiny. Look at them. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right. So I'm like trying to come to terms with it. Just the fact that this bird is now dead. I'm trying to think like, should we get another one? I'm thinking of like historical names for it. I was going to name the next bird George Washington, but that was just me. But no.
Why?
Just
why?
I like George Washington.
That's it?
He was my favorite president.
You never met him.
So I like his ideals.
None of us have ever met any presidents.
You like the fact he owned slaves?
No, I like the fact that he said to stay
Strawman.
away from political parties.
But I like parties.
Not political ones.
Nope, I like communist
But,
money.
but what if it is
Potatoes.
a party put on by political people? Is that considered a political party? And would you stay away from it?
Too many P words, my head just exploded.
Penis.
To be fair, so did half of our listeners because of all the popping peas.
The popping peas. Dude, have you...
Do these cancel out?
For the most part, they do a decentish job.
I got a pop.
I think it's just your shitty editing in post is why it sounds so bad.
Great. So
Neat.
So yeah, I was just like, cool. Found the bird. Bird's now in its cage, eating some snacks, playing with the bell. And my cat's staring at it. The cat's gonna stare at it, but she ain't getting up there. Not with those legs. Up next, from episode 18, we brought... Shut up!
Ow! Fuck you!
Are we recording? Yeah.
Episode 18.
Episode 18, before I hit Spencer again, he might wants to jump into a spingly wing dervish.
And I'll fly away! Ha ha! Fuck you! I'm out of here!
I just love that. In fact, I want to enter a vehicle into Trog called a Spingly Wing Dervish, and it's just like a Da Vinci styled flying machine.
Is that an actual thing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it is.
I don't know if you're just like, yes, in the fucking 1846, they used it to plug their assholes with. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it does have. It would have a corkscrew umbrella on the top of it, so you could use that for what you
it's
please.
It's what they call pig dicks. Or duck dicks. They're both corkscrew.
I think the pig tails are corkscrew.
No, pig dicks are also. I'm pretty sure those were corkscrew.
Don't Google it.
Is that what you saw on X Hamster? No, I wanted to enter in a vehicle.
When someone asked me, what do you want, pig or duck? And I was like,
I wanted to make like, you know, the Da Vinci style flying machine where it has wings and then like the corkscrew umbrella looking thing on top of it. I want to put wheels on that and just be like, up next to Spencer with his spingly wing dervish.
And then
and then
you
bouncing down the beach.
And then you promptly crash, and then they're like, this is the last race of gentlemen.
No, I don't think anyone's going to go silent for me. They're just going to keep going on throughout the day.
I'm just gonna be like,
They're just going to keep the races going while there's just a guy half dead in his spingly wing dervish.
No, you're going to crash, and they're going to zoom in. They're going to zoom in the announcer. He's just going to turn to the camera, and one single tear is going to come down his cheek.
Man, that was I'm so fucking funny.
You know, I think it's your humbleness that really gets me.
Really, thank you.
Really the most humble person on this podcast.
That's what I say on my Twitter, how humble I am.
Yes.
The ultimate humble brag. It's right in the word.
This next one is about robots.
About to say, when we can't be funny, we just rely on technology to do it for us.
We literally read things that robots write and say, hey!
Hopefully you've never been on the internet and heard memes before, because otherwise you've heard this already.
Have you ever given a robot 1,000 hours of something? We're about to tell you what that's about.
Wow.
Help.
Interior
Olive Garden restaurant. A group of friends laughs at a dinner table. A waitress comes to deliver what could be considered food.
Pasta nachos for you. We see the pasta nachos.
Oh, no,
that's your line. Damn it.
We see the pasta nachos. They're warm and defeated.
The menu is here.
Lasagna wings with extra Italy.
We see lasagna wings. There's more Italy than necessary. I shall eat the Italian citizens.
Unlimited stick.
We see the unlimited stick. It is infinite. It is all.
Leave without me. I'm home. That's friend 3. Gluten Classico from the kitchen.
We, the Gluten Classico, we believe the waitress that is from the kitchen. We have no reason not to believe. Friend 4 says nothing.
What is wrong, friend 4?
Friend 4 says nothing.
Friend
4, what is wrong, friend 4? Friend 4 smiles wide, her mouth full of secret soup. Olive Garden, when you're here, you're here.
Exterior, outside of Sacred Heart Hospital. Dr. Carr pulls up and honks to the nurses.
Is this Dr. Carr?
It does. It does say Dr. Carr.
Dr. Carr, a doctor does nice things. One thing is to carry money all the time and make a patient look at it. That's actually a thing.
Right, this one out. That actually makes sense.
Dr. Carr crashes into JD, but not the JD that matters. Music plays as everywhere waves inward. The hospital entrance has a large pile of orange soda, which the janitor stands before, threatening others away from it, using his beaker of hospital juice. JD smiles.
The best part of being a doctor is your janitor is a god. Oh no!
JD
I think the janitor the janitor's pretending to be a kidney donor. We need to stop the machine.
Janitor to JD.
You're a quack smudge on these lockers called life. No one in the middle of a busy day would like you, and I don't either.
This is actually pretty
You
accurate.
are the mean. You are the mean me, janitor. You got all the John Dorian potential with none of the flowers and dead dog. He has a dead dog, so you know what? This is not wrong.
JD leaves to cut a patient.
Oh, yeah.
Interior.
I never heard Rowdy used in that.
It's true.
I don't think they don't ever call Rowdy a dead dog.
Yeah, they do.
When?
A few times, I know that they do.
Well, in season 4, episode 3.
Dog.
Oh, I don't remember that. I mean, they obviously know.
I know Carla calls it a stuffed dog.
Yeah.
Well, either way, JD, you leave the room.
JD leaves to cut a patient.
That's what I meant.
Interior, operating room. Totally awake, the patient nurses JD. JD nurses a new mother while Turk is explaining
Turk is explaining fingers to a confused Dr. Kelso.
Sometimes you have to break a patient to help yourself. It's funny how a bunch of doctors don't know that.
Who's the patient?
I think you.
Does the chart tell you that my mom hated the ocean doctor? Does it say where my little brother got his nachos at?
You are sick, so I decided to grab a beer with your family and watch what you do. Eggs are the new medication, and so far, I feel very alive.
Your name is Dr. Kayak Paddle, but if you act like a giant electric melon, I'm going to consider your opinion. Oh my God!
I knew I could always count on life support to keep a patient from getting too serious.
Is that really what it says?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Dr. Cox walks through the window, knocking the confused patient on the head.
I'm a doctor. Hell, I care about the gallbladder. This seems like one of those crappy 3D animations of Scrubs.
I feel like this would be one of those bad
Like Jimmy Neutron style?
country, like
Oh
foreign
my God.
country trying to do like the English dub.
Yes.
Like you ever see like the foreign country try to do an English dub of like Dragon Ball Z? And,
Guys,
like,
we don't
Piccolo
even
shows up and he's
we
like,
don't even
Big Green. he's like,
What if-
no one tells me what to do? Put down
Yo,
the child.
idea. Who touched the child? Idea.
I touched a child.
Well, no, finish this and then I have idea.
All right, it's Dr. Cox.
Okay. Dr. Cox licks his pen and finds it tastes broken. He tosses the pen in his mouth and coughs up the janitor. The janitor scrubs the patient while Dr. Cox stands by, watching JD and Turk on TV. Scrubs is on.
That's quite the time paradox.
Damn.
Interior, TV in the patient's room. Scrubs.
And that's when I realized everything about my new black machine. It was a huge mistake. How fitting.
And then Turk. Hey, I'm just saying that her shoulders were there and you know it.
Can't you just tell me how to kiss my lady? My lady is the eel. I bought it from the narcoleptic.
So right now we are in the TV. The patient is watching this on TV. Okay, cool.
Elliot and Carla enter.
Some Inception level shit.
Just go to the bathroom and find some aloe. I'll go get the scalpel. Oh my God, this is so great. I'm a doctor.
You think that the nurses will forgive you for having a little sexy brunch in the emergency room? To Elliot. A lot of married couples have to go to the cemetery to have sex. It's not a big deal. Dr. Cox and Dr. Kelso enter.
You're not invited to my muscle room. You and I need to talk about your gigantic diaper problem. Hey, Kelso. I have a plan. Vomit in my eyes. I'm going to stand here. Go.
Everyone freezes in horror as Carla excitedly shoves a pipe up Dr. Kelso's nostril.
Man, standing in the corner is my favorite thing. Just be subtle and quiet and project an image of a cool guy who's gonna look stunning.
Bambi, you're married to the job, but you should be engaged to Dr. Riviera.
Who the fuck is Dr. Riviera?
I don't even know.
All right. Look, newbie, you look ridiculous talking about anything. Better get ready to run away from me while I eat cupcakes and demonstrate how to have painfully evocative
sex.
What the fuck does evocative mean?
Like, ooh.
Like,
Interesting.
sensual.
I know provocative.
Like evokes, it brings something out of you.
Like
Evocacado, got it.
Dr. Kelso turns off the light. Turk comes out of the elevator and finds him in the dark. The camera zooms in on Dr. Kelso. and finds him in. The camera zooms into Dr. Kelso, who dabs. Dr. Cox presses a button.
Wait, hold on. How new is this that the bot knows what dabbing is?
I don't know. And turns into JD. Elliot runs in and scurries behind the hospital bed. JD ignores Elliot because the room is now full of kissing ostriches.
So is this just...
The truth is, every patient suffers from dementia. I'm not going to change all that. After all, the right thing is not always the best thing to do. You know, if you worked in a hospital, what is a hospital? A hospital is a lot like a high school. The most amazing man is dying, and you're the only one who wants to steal the stuff from his dad. Being in a hospital is a lot like being in a sorority. You have greasers and the surgeons, and even though it sucks about Dr. Tapioca, I'm not even that sad.
JD exits, smugly echoing.
So speaking of sad,
a dramatic reading of The Christmas on Christmas.
Bob, you'll be narrator.
Okay.
I'll be single mother. And Brian, you could be businessman.
I'm businessman. Buy my stuff.
And I'll also read the stage instructions as narrator. Interior, small town snow globe refillery. We see a single mother refilling snow globes with Christmas juice. She is widow. Her husband died in every war.
I refill globes better than Jesus Claus, yet still my twins are dad-free. Why? They need double dad. Did we not talk about going to that gay wedding?
Businessman enters the shop. He wears clothes that cost money. His hands are briefcases. And he's Hallmark hot.
Single mother. Hi, do you snow globes lack wet? Hurry, Christmas attacks soon.
Businessman has flashback to when he was business boy. A Christmas tree explodes his family on purpose. He now hates trees and Christmas and explosions. He excites the flashbacks. Exits the flashback.
Shut your sound! I am from a huge city. I bought your land and turning it into an oil resort.
Rude behavior! This is a family business! I sell families! I am widow! My husband is now bones! My husband is now bones!
Single mother points to her husband's bones in the corner of the room. They're all gift wrapped in eggnog.
That takes skill. All of my wives are bones. This is America. But I must make money for my twins to live. They are a prince.
I too own twins. Please don't have bought my land. Christmas is today.
Laugh. I bought Christmas now. It is never. Unless we go on dates.
I cannot date because of a snow curse. I pray Santa helps me.
Santa cannot help. She did not know, but Santa was her husband. Santa is Bones. Bones help nobody.
Damn, there's no happy ending here. Shit.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ. That was fantastic.
All right, this might be one of my favorite bits from the podcast. We had a lot of great guests over the year. We've had Bethany from Crafter's Quest. We've had Satchel Drakes from YouTube.
Satch Bags.
Satch Bags.
And Normal Boots.
And Normal Boots.
Go subscribe to Normal Boots.
Yeah, check them out. But our one of our favorite guests was our friend Steve, who likes to come on and stream on our Twitch account every now and then, but he felt like he wanted to fight a mammal.
Animal abuse is okay.
I still don't think. I actually looked it up. His ribs would get crushed in one kick.
Oh yeah, he would die
from this animal.
He would straight
what
up
if he just dodged it?
Well, that's what he thinks.
No,
he can do, but he can't.
Well, find out what he thinks he can do on this next clip.
Spencer, next you're going to tell me the Earth isn't flat.
Well, of course it's. Actually, I was discussing this with the Australians.
What? I was telling the Australians the Earth is flat, and that just comes up in casual conversation. Hey man,
I was watching Fox.
By the way, the Earth is flat, right?
I was watching Fox News. I was working out.
Well, no, we were discussing. He said why America sucks, and I said Australia sucks because it's on the other side of our flat Earth.
Australia sucks because their water goes the other way.
Also, everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
Indeed, they have these adorable blue-spotted octopi.
Also,
and they
Australia
are the most lethal
censors
things
the
on
fuck
Earth.
out of their games.
But you get to box kangaroos to save your dog.
They win.
Yeah, and they'll win because kangaroos can kick the shit out of you.
Bullshit. I challenge every kangaroo to a fight right now.
You'll
Heard it here,
lose to
folks.
the-
You heard it here, folks.
Hey, if you're a kangaroo watching right now, fuck you. Meet me.
All
I
the
don't care.
kangaroos.
You
Can
say
you
when
just-
and where you're
Can you
on.
just
Let's
like
go.
turn on a WWE persona? I'm gonna get all the kangaroos, and I'm
Now you listen here, Mr. Kangaroo Man. You think you're tough. You ain't tough. You don't know tough. I'm gonna rip your face off and wear it like a mask. Meet me somewhere. You say when and where. You're going down, Kangaroo Man. You don't know pain.
All right, Steve, slap it to Slim Jim and calm down. No, holy shit! It's great because there's like a 7-second lag for our video of us watching ourselves, and now we're watching Steve, and that was funny. Even though I think you were about in frame for maybe a quarter of that entire thing, but
Hey, man, when you're tough, you don't need to be in frame.
I want to say, Steve, I give you 5 seconds with a kangaroo before he just fucking kicks
Oh,
you.
bullshit.
Kicks you in the
dick
chest.
and he's gonna fall over.
He's gonna kick him in the
right.
chest. He's gonna fall over, and he's gonna say, "Fuck
I
this."
can maybe do 5 seconds on a bull, but 5 seconds with a kangaroo? Come on. That's easy.
Dude, they're gonna kick you in the chest, and
They don't kick.
They're strong as
They
fuck.
don't kick. Are you stupid?
They can kick.
They don't kick.
kangaroos
Their
don't
legs are
kick.
like a hinge.
Jumping fucking
Right,
like
and
slam
hinges
into
do
Well,
this.
he'd have to go back on
Hinges
his
do
tail to
this.
pop me.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
Well,
He's
then
gonna
I'll
kick
dodge.
the
I'm not
shit out of you.
stupid.
Have you ever researched?
I'm not
kangaroos?
Rocky Balboa. I'm not just going to walk into every
how
punch
fast,
like it's a
How
movie.
fast do you think
You know,
a kangaroo can kick you?
Not fast enough. That's how fast.
Do kangaroos have placenta?
So
That was one of the top Google
I'm looking up
checks.
to Google, do kangaroos kick? And the first topic is, do kangaroos have placenta?
Well, that's kind of fair, though.
That's a personal question if you
Well,
ask
no,
me.
they definitely do. Well, they're a mammal, so they have placenta.
Well,
because,
do
you know-
they?
well, no, think about it. I
don't think
the
it's right
question,
to know.
The question probably
It's a very
stems.
personal, invasive question.
You can find out when it's kicking the shit out of
I'm
you.
about to science the shit out of this, all right?
Okay. Mr. Placenta Man.
Please explain
That's,
the science.
that's Captain Placenta Man to you, sir. The kangaroo, it's a mammal, so it has a placenta, but people probably ask the question because they host the babies in their little pouch. So is the pouch the
They
placenta?
host the babies.
They host the...
Yeah.
That's a great networking opportunity.
This
on
is very
Twitch.
true. I learned so much about kangaroos at the Columbus Zoo when I was out there in May. By the way, shout out to the
just
Columbus Zoo.
So you were doing research.
It just
Yeah.
kicked.
No
Look,
shit, they
boom,
kick.
Because they go back on their tail and they, yeah,
What are
this
they
is
supposed to punch with their little Tyrannosaurus
yes,
Rex arms? No,
yes,
they don't.
they
fucking-
do.
Yeah.
They do. You
Look,
Oh,
come
Well, yeah,
on,
they
man.
gotta
Learn to
punch.
kangaroo.
What a kangaroo! You said they couldn't kick.
It
I
kinda-
did say they couldn't kick. I said they couldn't
It
kick.
kind of looks like a really
humans.
aggressive hug.
It kicks it like literally leans back
Oh.
and shoves.
And then Bob.
Yeah, the kick.
Bob Ross
That's a
is
kick.
taking
That's not a
pictures.
kick. It's a shove with your feet.
That's a,
It's not a kick. They don't have knees.
That's like, oh, it's a punch with their feet. No, it's a kick.
have knees?
That's why they have different words for it.
On this
Dumb.
episode of
That's
Brian
dumb.
Gets Riled Up Over the Dumbest Shit.
I mean, regardless, I would kick its ass because I can kick, and B, I'm better than it. So kangaroo.
Oh, do they not have an ass because it's
not
a tail
better
instead?
than
It has an
kangaroo.
ass. I'm assuming it shits, therefore it has an ass.
Psycho Mark
Okay?
3, yes.
Although, fun fact about kangaroos, they can carry two
I would
children
also,
at a
I would
time.
also hide in a kangaroo.
Not carry two, but they can
No,
have
Steve,
multiple.
They look really warm.
Alright, Bob,
it's
look
like
it
a
up.
top.
like
what-
a la Tauntaun.
I'm about to
Like,
say, except you don't have to cut them open.
Bob, look it up. How much force can a kangaroo kick with?
That's a stupid search. Do you know why? Because it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't land a kick because I'm faster than it.
I don't think you're faster than a kangaroo.
I don't think you know what you're talking about because you don't know
I don't
kangaroos.
think either of you know what you're talking about.
Well,
I don't
get me
think either
in a
of you-
ring with a kangaroo right now.
I feel like a lot.
10-second minimum.
A lot of people
Look into
tried
the
to fight
NGM Grand.
kangaroos, and they've never gone the person.
No,
for
no
it.
one ever has. Never happened.
all right, here it is.
I disagree.
A zebra has the most powerful single kick.
We don't care.
The red kangaroo from Australia has a lightning-fast double kick.
What about the
that
brown
can
ones?
tear you
Double
open
kick.
from sternum
They
to
hit you
top
2
of
to
the
5
legs.
times.
One kick of lightning speed and
Not very
force
effective, dude.
of 850
Kangaroos-
psi.
Kangaroos confirmed for the new Super Smash.
It depends, Steve. What Pokemon type are you? Double kick's fighting, so
Fucking
if you're Ghost, then it's not gonna do shit.
Steve is about as normal as it gets.
Oh, that's super effective. You're done for.
You got some burn heal?
Wow, that's Steve, man. I don't even know.
Great. I'm so glad I let you open it. This next one is find out why Bob's
Why
wrong.
Brian gets dumb.
Why Bob's wrong on everything he's ever done in life.
and why Bob is just stupid and nobody likes him, and Brian's just great at everything he does.
You know what? Email us at shibbyshackofficial@gmail.com as to who you think is wrong in this situation.
And tell us why, and listen, let Bob down easy on why he's wrong. Because we all know he's wrong
If you
here.
think they're both dumb, feel free to say that too. You got my vote.
I ordered the DoorDash, and I got nuggets and a chicken sandwich, and the chicken sandwich tasted like absolute garbage, and I was like, all right.
That's because you got fast food delivered.
Yeah, it already
That's
got
your
soggy
problem.
and shit.
I've had it delivered before, and it was never that
How
bad.
lazy are you that you can't go drive to get
go
fast
to the
food?
drive-thru.
Jesus.
Dude, come on, it's a game changer. DoorDash delivers any kind
really?
of food
So
you
It's a
want.
extra
game
soggy?
changer to make your shit food taste like even more shit.
You get other food
Got a
delivered.
point, Brian.
Yes, you can because
That's the same as going to the drive-thru and getting food and
made-
driving back to your house with it.
it's made.
What's
to
the
be-
fucking difference?
There's a difference
Have you
between-
ever ordered food from a drive-thru? Ever gone to a fucking McDonald's, a Taco Bell, a Wendy's, or in this fucking asshole's case, Subway, brought the food back to your house and ate it there? Have you ever once did that? It's a yes or no question. I don't want to hear a fucking story. I want to hear yes or no.
Yes.
Eat shit then.
On this episode of Brian Gets Upset Over the Darnest Things.
Eat shit, mister. Oh, you're so lazy you have it delivered to you? I had someone else do it for me. You did the same thing, just you did it.
There's a difference.
There is no difference.
There's a difference.
What the fuck's the difference?
in
You
the
did it. I had some
things
bitch
they
named
put
Sandra
the
do it.
food
So
Brian,
what?
making the
in.
green line's really long. The really uppy downy ones are
Go
really...
fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
There's a reason you go to a place like Bertucci's or any other place that delivers. Your local
Shout out to Bertucci's
pizza
free
place.
advertisement.
Did you turn
They
on the air
put it
conditioning, by
in
the way?
I did not. It's fucking
because it
sweaty
is
down
hot
here.
as balls in here right
I'm gonna
now.
go do it.
Cool.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna walk away, so you can't even argue with
Yeah,
me.
it's my new version of interrupting you, just not listening.
Ooh.
I mean, when does that ever change?
Oh.
So never.
He said when he changes your diaper, so never. Because he was all the way up there. I don't know what that means either.
I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
laugh at it anyway.
I'm just gonna let him, let him do his thing. And why would you order delivery from a fast food place? It's fast food.
Go change.
It's go turn on the air conditioning. Damn it! I did. There's. I don't know why I'm so worked up over this.
Right? Remember like back when...
Are you telling me you have never sat at home and you were like, man, I really want to enter fast food place here.
So I get
But
up
I'm
and
kind
go.
of lazy and I don't want to really go get it myself.
And
And
then-
then what? So what you're saying is you've
Here's what
never
I do.
thought once you wanted Wendy's and you were like, if somebody could just bring me Wendy's, that'd be the best thing ever right now.
Here's what I do. Okay, I'm sitting at home.
Here's Bob getting his high horse telling everyone how he's better than me because he drives to Wendy's instead of
I
having
could
someone
use
deliver
Wendy's
it.
right now, but I don't want to drive. Well, guess I'm not getting Wendy's.
Here's the thing. We're in the fucking future where somebody will get you Wendy's.
Okay, someone can get me Wendy's. Neat. I can text my brother and be like, yo.
You're literally like someone who's back in the
Wendy's
days like, I want to walk to the general store, but I don't want to go or have to take my horse down there, even though there's these newfangled machines called cars. Why would I do that? I'm just going to stay
Fossil
home
fuels.
instead.
Burning fossil fuels. That's why you would.
Oh, so what you're saying is you would never take a car because you want to burn
Never.
your
I
fossil
hate
fuels?
cars.
All right, walk home. Have fun.
You know what? I think I'll take my Spingly Wing
I'll
Dervish. Thank
spin.
you very much.
Isn't your Spingly Wing Dervish just the top of my trash can? Didn't we deem that like the other day?
I said what I said. You heard me.
I'm picturing the Da Vinci flying machine, but with like square tires.
Yep. That's kind of. That's why
I'm picturing the Da Vinci flying machine, but all the things are broken and falling off.
Sprockets
And
flying
you ever
off
see like
every
those
now
old
and
school
then.
cartoons where the cars, like the fucked up cars going down the road, and it's like, that's what I imagine Spencer's doing in his flying machine. No, he's like that one guy in like Star Wars who's like, my machine's not working. He like
Oh no, it's
pumps
working.
a bunch of crashes.
That's how it's supposed to work. It's fine. It's fine. Just roll with it. It's
There's
fine.
like a pilot called like Tubbs or something, and he's like, my X-wing's not working. And
Damn it,
crashes.
Porkins.
Porkins.
Cover me, Porkins.
He like crashes. Can I imagine Spencer's Spingly Wing Dervish doing? Bouncing off like the guardrails and then just like blows up. Like you ever play F-Zero X?
Of an angel.
Do you ever play the F-Zero games? You know when your car's about to blow up and it's like That's what I just imagine yours.
I'm glad you guys have so much faith in me.
Well, we had a lot of laughs here today.
What a year has it been?
6 out of 10.
6 out. I'd give it a
20
7.
out of 18.
20.
I'm out.
Done.
Happy New Year from us
I'll
at
see-
Shitty Shack.
I'll see you next year.